Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Sir Muhammad Chandra S.Pd, M.Ed as our lecturer in academic speaking course, and also respectable to all the audiences who are watching this video currently. And now I'm Rizky Kurniawan, the student of Raja Ali Haji Maritime University, would like to review this specific article regarding about the English language as our requirement to fulfill the project of the end of the third semester in academic speaking course. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the article that I would like to review is actually related to the English language itself, which is titled Fusing Translanguaging with Speaking Technology in the Hospitality Industry, Improving English Communicative Competence. So this research is actually related to the English language itself, so it is actually in line with my major. And this research is conducted by two researchers who are actually Erwina C.M. Simatupang and also Ida Zuraida Supri, who are both came from Indonesia, which is from Widyatama University. And this research is published by Elsevier, which is available in the Science Direct website internationally. So this is actually considered as the international article as well. And this article is actually considered as the updated research because it is conducted in 2024. And if you would like to know more about this research, stay tuned because I would like to change a little bit of my videos. So now I would like to tell you regarding what the background of this research. So the researchers realized that English language is really important. I think all the people around the world is also think the same way, because English language is actually the international language. So it is actually used and utilized by all the people around the world to actually communicate each other and also share their ideas, fostering their relationships and collaborate with each other regarding about the work context and in the professional settings. And in this hospitality industry, it is really important for the hotel staffs in a way to make sure that they could possibly have the high competence of English proficiency to communicate effectively toward the customers to give their best services, so the customers will be satisfied. And in a way to do that, the researchers would like to conduct the English training program over 15 weeks, not only for improving their English skills, but also to encourage them to respect their own cultural backgrounds, each other, and also fostering the relationships, work experience, adding work experiences as well, and increase their teamwork. And it's really important. And in the middle of the process, the hotel staff members could possibly conduct the translanguaging process. So what is actually the translanguaging itself? So translanguaging is actually the process of integrating the multiple languages in a single communication. So let's take a simple demonstration. So when I'm speaking right here, I'm speaking in English. But then I'm thinking in Indonesian, and that process is called as a translanguaging. And when we are talking about the translanguaging, it is actually really important to connect it with the speaking technologies. So speaking technologies is actually the technologies that are invented to improve, enhance, and also makes it easier regarding about speaking. The tools like the speech recognitions, text to speech, and also voice synthesis are really important to improve and also enhance your speaking in the easiest way as possible. Regarding about the translanguaging and also the speaking technologies, which is more likely to be set in the academic settings. So the researchers would like to conduct the research regarding about regarding about combining both translanguaging and also speaking technologies in the circumstances of professional and also real life applicable settings, which is in this context is hospitality industry. And also due to the evidence scarcity, which means only a few research that discuss these topics specifically, so that's why the research would like to conduct this type of research regarding about both topics. The goal of this research is actually simple: to fill in the gaps, and would like to know about the outcomes by integrating the translanguaging and also speaking technologies. Are these effective enough or are these ineffective? Let us know. And also there are some of the follow-up questions that is needed to be answered. So the first is actually how do how do hotel staff perceive the use of translanguaging in improving their English communicative competence in terms of effectiveness, application in the work context, interaction with trainers and colleagues, and perceived benefits and challenges over a 15-week training program. And also, how do the hotel improve their English communicative competence through a 15-week training program that implements translanguaging? And it's really important to be answered. Yeah, that's the background of this research. Let's talk about the research methodologies in this research. So this research is actually conducted in the English training program. So basically, it is actually 15 weeks of English communication training program that is conducted in the certain hotels. In these training programs, it's actually involved the Mercure hotels, Sheraton Hotel, Ritz Carlton, and also Courtyard. And this program is actually entangled with 47 hotel staff members from various departments, for instance, F&B, housekeeping, front office, back office, finance, engineering, accounting, and vice versa. And most all of them perceive their English proficiency as an intermediate. An average from all the members that is involved in this research are having an appropriately of 7 years of work experiences. Research adopted the sequential explanatory mixed method approach, which is actually giving the pre and also post surveys to assess the members or the hotel staff's members English first, both in the beginning and also the end, and followed with the interview for the qualitative methodologies. In this research, it is actually conducting the surveys questionnaire with Likert scale approach, so basically providing the answers in range of strongly agree to strongly disagree, and that's the Likert scale approach. Participants in here, which is the hotel members, the 47 of hotel members, are selected by convenient sampling method. This research is mainly addressed about the effectiveness of using Indonesian language, the application in the work context, interaction with trainers and also colleagues, perceived benefits, and also the challenges that might appear. Here are the brief lesson plan and also supported technologies that is utilized for conducting this research, including the practical activities, offline and online audio visuals, and also business platforms. So let's start with the effectiveness of using Indonesian. So most of the hotel members perceive that using Indonesia in the middle of these particular English training programs are highly effective, positively, for all the hotel member staffs. Why? Because when they are using Indonesian while actually they are learning and studying in English simultaneously, they could possibly comprehend and also understand more deeply regarding about the complex topics, and it is really important for them to improve and also dig deeply to their comprehension. It is really important for them to significantly absorb the materials that is given. And one of the excerpts state that using Indonesian helps me understand difficult concepts more effectively. Explanations in Indonesian making complex grammar rules more accessible. It means that Indonesian language becomes the bridge for them to understand a lot of things, and it is particularly good for them. The next section is the application in work context. Most, in average, all the staff members perceive that this particular program is really significant and effective for them to improve and also increase their experiences and also their performance in the context of application in work. It's really important for them because they significantly gain a lot of applicable settings, a lot of experiences, activities that they could possibly practice themselves, so that they could possibly maximize their performance, including the role play. So they will conduct the role play with each other, with the hotel staff members, or also the customers itself. They learn and practice the phone conversations with the customers. They learn significantly how to introduce themselves to the customers and how they introduce the others to the customers itself. So they will significantly provide information more deeply toward the customers. They learn how to offer help to the customers that is facing the difficulties, and also they learn how to handle the complaints that is given from the customers itself regarding about the services, regarding about the facilities that is provided, or kind of stuff, or anything might be. So it is really important for them to be adaptive, and that's really helpful. We review one of the excerpt that is given from the participant. it stated that the application of training improves my overall job performance. The application of training allows me to use polite and professional expressions appropriately. Those experiences significantly improve their performance, and it is really good sign. And let's move to the third section, which is the interaction with trainers and colleagues. Most of the hotel staff members perceive that it is really critical, crucial, and also effective to improve their performance as well and foster their relationships with each other. Because according to this excerpt from the hotel member, it stated that using Indonesian in English training greatly facilitates communication with my trainers and also colleagues. When trainers explain concepts in Indonesian, I can more easily understand and ask related questions. Using Indonesian helps reducing misunderstandings and providing clear feedback. So it is really important for them to both fostering their relationship with each other, increasing their teamwork, and also reduce the possibility for being misunderstood. And it will significantly lead into a deeper comprehension to each other regarding about the concepts, regarding about the materials that is given from the boss or kind of stuff, or maybe just simply understand about the needs from the customers. Let's move into the fourth section, which is the perceived benefits. So most of the hotel members perceive that this program is tremendously valuable and also has a positive, strong consensus, which means that they agree that this program is so much valuable for them. Based on this excerpt from the participant, it states that using Indonesian in English training can increase comfort, respect cultural backgrounds, and also boost motivations and confidence. And the other state that using Indonesian makes it easier to understand and remember phrases. So basically, using the translanguaging process is really important for them, either for increasing their comfortable feelings while actually learning about the English materials itself to actually boost their English competence. They will significantly foster relationships with each other by significantly respect their cultural background. It will significantly boost their motivations and confidence because they are actually capable enough to emphasize certain topics both in Indonesian and also in English. So it will significantly boost their confidence. They are perceived in a good way, as great as possible. And that's why it is really valuable for them. So the appropriate challenges that they face, almost half of the hotel members perceive that challenges are oftenly faced in this particular section. It means that there are challenges that they have to face, but it is still balanced quite well. They embrace the challenges and they balance and solve it with several methodologies that they could possibly conduct. For example, the problem that they face, according to this excerpt, they perceive that the possible problem is that they need to pause a little bit because they feel a little bit difficult to translate or significantly think both in Indonesian and English regarding about the certain topics. So they significantly thinking about the differences between the vocabularies and the structure itself, and they have to connect, they have to integrate it with both English and also Indonesian, which has particularly different in structure and also vocabularies. So it is really hard for them to emphasize the informations both in languages, but it is still be adjusted. So it is still solved anyways. It may be more difficult to adjust and switching between Indonesian and English. So basically they are facing difficulties on switching between Indonesian language to English language because both has their own distinctive structures, grammars, and also vocabularies. And that's the result of this research. To sum it up, this research specifically pointed that the translanguaging process is really important for all the staff members because it is not only improving their English competence, but also it is really important for them to foster their relationship with each other, increasing their teamwork, and also reducing the possibility of being misunderstood or the confusions that might appear in the work context. And also, moreover, they could possibly conduct the effective communications toward the customers so that they could possibly provide their best services toward the customers, so the customers will be feeling satisfied. And yeah, I think that's all that I would like to say regarding about this research. This research is really interesting, and I would like to say thank you to all the viewers who are watching until this time. And also, I would like to say thank you very much for Sir Muhammad Chandra S.Pd, M.Ed as our lecturer in the course of academic speaking, who passionately teach us, guide us, and also advise us in a certain way so that we could possibly improve significantly in our speaking, especially in English. I really apologize if there are a lot of mistakes that I've made, a lot of mispronunciations that I've spelled, which could possibly lead into the confusions or misunderstandings. Truly apologize for it. And yeah, without any further ado, again, I'm Rizky Kurniawan. I would like to close this by saying good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, ladies and gentlemen.